I don't know, man. We may never get to the bottom of this. All right, let's get back in here. Back in the mines. Get me off the screen. Hang on, sorry. I gotta start the timer. Mega's punishment. He just has to look at small overworld mistakes forever. That's his hell. Literally a PB immediately. Okay, crazy back shots. All right, so I gotta kick it up earlier, I think. Some crispy shell jumping, dude. The literal immediate PB is kind of crazy. Dude, they need to put like a Seymour boss fight in Final Fantasy XIV so that I can hear Soken's interpretation of this song. This song's such a fucking bop. Soken would go hard on this track. Seymour butts. You call Mount Faye, and oh yeah, dude, Mount Faye's rough. I actually kind of liked Mount Faye. It is rough though, but I know that it's a little divisive, as is most of Silksong. It is very trappy. It's definitely there's a lot of like haha guy. I feel like it took that aspect and like kind of I mean it really does take the Dark Souls 2 route of sequels. Everything is trappy, kind of ganky, like yeah, what up Kanye? You missed another DSR clip. Well, it was the fuck you mean for what popped up. It was so good, but it is exhausting. It's because it's very long, it's very large, and it's very difficult. And so like it can definitely feel a little exhausting towards the end. I do not disagree with that statement. Yeah, dude, I would love to hear Soken. They gotta do a Final Fantasy X like expansion or raid series or trial series at some point, right? Well, they don't do trial series anymore, but you know what I mean. I kind of miss when the trial series in Final Fantasy XIV were like their own thing, disconnected from the MSQ. It was cool to get like those little extra like stories and thematic. Yeah, Mount Faye's annoying, but you didn't hate it. That's a great. I feel like that's honestly like that's like the tagline for Silksong. Annoying, but I don't hate it. My hands are already sore. It's just because I haven't Kaizo'd in a hot minute. That game really opens with Hunter's March, dude. Yeah, it right out the bat, man. It's pretty nasty. What's the like docks area? That area is pretty nasty as well. I should replay Final Fantasy X. That's one of the only Final Fantasy games I actually like finished as a child. It was like that and 7. Because I did play 9. I got pretty deep into 9, but I never finished. No, did I? No, I don't think I did finish 9. Yeah, Dry Docks, that's it, the lava place. That'd be Deep Docks, yeah, something Docks. What else is going on in the world of Twitch chat? Anybody doing anything cool? Oh wait, hang on, I need to not get yelled at by having my mouse pointer on my timer. Yeah, what's everybody up to? How y'all juice or whatever they say. Watching a hockey game, nice. Would work all week except today. Me too. Dude, we gotta jump back into that multi-world this weekend. Now that I'm done raiding and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta catch up on everything from yesterday. That's like the one downside of dude. Imagine taking like an entire week off. It was kind of rough. That was like the one ass thing. Yeah, I definitely I wanna dead after it as well. Could do that this weekend for sure. Invariably warm and muddy, cold and icy. It's kind of life. Dude, slightly related to a hockey game, but not exactly. I have a funny anecdote for chat. So, we rent out the apartment above Holy Pun's Batman's parents, and we don't have a laundry machine up here, so we use theirs, right? So twice now there has been a coincidence. Her family's from Buffalo, so they are huge Bills fans, right? And twice now there's been like a coincidence happening where the Bills have been losing, and then I come down to do my laundry, and then they start winning. So now she has built up a superstition that I have to come down and do my laundry every Bills game day. Yeah, Bills fans in general are extremely superstitious. It's the only thing they have. They have Josh Allen. He seems like a good dude. Dude, I am forever denying the ownership of the Chuck Norris shirt, man. You cannot hit me with those allegations. Allen is the last name, Allen is the first name. You can call me Al. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should stop. Like, I don't put much consideration into what can be a name, because like anything can be a name. Like Aquafina is a name. That doesn't, you know. Sorry, I don't mean to upset the Aquafina stans in the chat. I'm going to a war with a strong army there. I don't trust them either. This part where I have to kick the shell up is tricky, because like I need to figure out how to like, I need to go right enough to where I have like some leftward momentum to actually kick the shell far enough to the left, while still being right enough that I can like, or rather, while still being left enough so that I don't like, I can keep pace with the shell, you know what I mean? Pick the bottom shell. Dude, I gotta say, it has been entertaining as hell to watch Party Finder players deteriorate over the state of the new Final Fantasy XIV raid tier. Like, it's kind of crazy. M11S is like destroying worlds. And don't get me wrong, it is definitely a hard, it's a hard fight. It's a hard fight for sure. But like, oh man. I saw a post today on the 14 discussion subreddit, and it was like, oh god, I wish I wrote it down. It was like Final Fantasy, like M11S and the perfection require, like, hang on, I wrote it down because it made me laugh. Skill issue, just don't get hit, lol. what was it? The burden of perfection in raiding. The burden of perfection. Like, bro, it's not that hard. It's a backloaded fight, and I think there's fatigue me every time I walk into Dragonlance. God, you have to be so perfect to clear this fight. they Play-Doh. Like, dude, I think the problem with M11 is that it's an extremely backloaded fight, and that you can get fatigued to the point where you're doing like the early stuff, which is very easy, but like you still have to pay attention to. It's definitely on like the looper side of things, where like it's not it's fun. It's more fun than looper, but it is also looper is like 30 seconds long, whereas I'm talking like the first 6 minutes of this fight. But like, again, our re-clears this week, and we you know, obviously we're ecstatic, so we distributed our gear in a way that made sense. So like, you're not gonna always have the same item level that we are gonna have in Party Finder, because maybe you get a party full of people that all got unlucky week 1. Yo, Shadows, thanks for the good luck, gamer. But like, we had both of our melees die during the tether mechanic in M11, and we still cleared. It was close, but we did it. Week 1, we cleared without even seeing the enrage cast bar. We cleared at the end of the final heartbreak kick. Like, the check is not that bad. And also, it's week 2, man. Like, I feel like light heavyweight normalized week 1 to a group of players who are either new or like the tether mechanic. It's not that bad if you're melee, because here's the thing, is like, it's also preceded by a mechanic that's like annoying as shit for casters, which is a bunch of like AoEs getting dropped on your head in sequence. So like, you have to stack up and then like bait these AoEs on your group as a whole, and then like move together. And that's a mechanic that's like piss easy for melee, because melees can just freely move. But the tether mechanic, you have to disengage, but only for like a single GCD. Like, it's not that bad. Maybe two like ranged GCDs. Yeah, I have heard some horror stories about people not being in like the appropriate gear for Savage Prog. What is a GCD? A GCD stands for Global Cooldown. So basically, when you press a button in Final Fantasy XIV, on the majority of your abilities, a little like wheel will start spinning, and until that wheel stops spinning, you cannot press any more buttons. Well, you can press them, but they won't do anything. So a GCD is basically how you would measure, it's a single unit of an attack. Uptime on Arena Split is really bad. I mean, how will you bait together, and then you have to step out for like what, like a GCD or two, and I guess you have to do it like 2 times, so that's like 4 GCDs total if you want to be like a super safe gamer. Because the final, you have to step away from melee uptime for the final eruption bait, right? Yeah, the little like carousel, I like that too. And then you have to disengage for the, so okay, I'll say 3. I'll say 3. 3 is, if you're being like a turbo safe gamer, 3 GCDs. Because I've been mostly watching Ken Death Snail play it on Melee, but he's like obviously one of the best players in the world, so maybe that's not like the best judge of what your average player is getting uptime as. But yeah, even like, obviously taking downtime sucks as a Melee, but guess what? Having to fucking run the Boston Marathon sucks as a caster, but you fucking deal with it. Like, that fight's rough on caster, man. There's so much like movement heavy. I had to plan the entire fight around using using my extra hammers for like, because you get like 1 quote-unquote extra hammer cast per fight, because of it's a 50-second cooldown, and you know, you play around the 2 minutes. It's not an easy melee. What I'm saying is that there's a hard part for both casters and Melee. The hard part for the caster is the eruption bait. The hard part for the Melee is having to step out of Melee range to bait the tethers. That was the point I was trying to make, is that the thing that's hard for casters is easy for Melee because you just have free movement. Like, you can just walk and do damage at the same time, no problem. Like, that's not a thing you have to plan for like casters do. But casters obviously can step out of Melee range and still do damage. Because it was asked, no, you're fine. It was asked whether or not that mechanic was especially hard for Melees, to which I say no, because I would say it's equally hard for both Melee and casters. It's just the different half of the mechanic is hard for the different groups. I wasn't trying to say that it was just like, oh, just fucking move, forehead. Although that is kind of what I'm saying. Quit being a pussy. Throw a fucking lightning shot. You're a grown-ass man. Press the fucking lightning shot. Fuck, man. Like, I gotta swing further right there so that I can come back left with more momentum so that shell gets more distance. You only go hollow when you give up. Oh, there, I mean, I would be... the portrait in this room was, or in this level is, Glitch Cat. Grim was in the, rhythm level, I believe. Cut the lightning shots off my rotation when I was 5. There. I would probably be going hollow, but like, I guess, yeah, man, it's a week 2. Like, people, light heavyweight really like warped people's brains, because people just think that week 1 is just like, oh, if I just throw enough time at it, I'll just get it. And like, that's not how it's ever been. Like, it is kind of crazy to me that more people cleared this tier than Cruiserweight week 1. That's crazy. What is this? Grown-ass man, press the fucking lightning shot. You're a grown-ass man. Dude, I need to post this in my raid Discord later. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, the only thing I can think of for why Cruiserweight it was less cleared than this tier is it's got to be the Yan diff, right? The Yan just destroyed people. I wonder what the difference is in conversion rate between 5 to 6, or sorry, 6 to 7 and 11 to 12, because 11 to 12 has one of the lowest conversion rates of any fight in the history of this game. Not this game, but you know what I mean. What the fuck was that? I got janked. 6, 7. Yo, Unsung Heroes. What's up, gamer? But yeah, dude, okay, so that post about the burden of perfection, like, it's just crazy to me. Like, people really just be thinking that you can just, like, clearing week 1 has just become this thing that feels so, like, normalized because of light heavyweight. Yo, nice, dude. Congrats. Good luck. I believe in you. Did you put Genesis of Legends on your resume? You did not be that far to the right. I was talking about this in Discord also, but I think a real dude, there's also the there's also the tombstone issue going on in Party Finder right now, right? So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Tombstone is a community run website by the same people that run FF Logs. And basically what it is you can look up a player, and based on public log data, it will tell you how far a player has progressed into a certain fight. It will show you the boss health percentage as well as the last major mechanic that they saw. And people use this to filter out people who are lying about their prog point, which can be an issue in Group Finder in Final Fantasy XIV, because people will just show up and be like, oh yeah, dude, I know how to do this fight. I've watched the video, and then proceed to just like diarrhea all over everyone's time. And then someone will leave, and then the party will disband, and you'll spend most of your time just waiting for replacements. And so this might sound like a good thing, and to an extent, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think people have taken its use way too far, because I think what it's really good for is egregious prog lying. Someone who's like, oh yeah, I'm on Enrage, and then you look at it and like they've seen the boss get to like 80% health, right? Like that's what it's good for, right? But now people are literally like, I'm only taking players if they've seen 1% Enrage or lower. And it's like, dude, that's like, first of all, a 1% Enrage party is the definition of survivorship bias. Like, it's that survivorship bias, like, plain image. Because you know what? The best players aren't on 1% enrage. They've cleared. And there's probably at least one player in every 1% enrage party who is the reason that it was a 1% enrage and not a clear. And you are saying that it's cool for that person to come into your party. So like some fucking dude joins a party, right? And just because, like, there are like no body checks in this tier at all. Well, there's like very few compared to what normal Final Fantasy XIV design is like. And like, that's kind of how like Savage mechanics have always been designed. It's like a body check is just like a mechanic that if you don't have all 8 people alive for it, you will probably just die. Oh, fuck, man, why? How do we get that further to the left? And so these fights are so recoverable. You can like res people and just recover all the way to like the first really hard mechanic, which is at like 60% of the boss's HP. And then, so you just get dragged to that, but you don't have a good understanding of how to do the actual first 40%, but because your tombstone page says that, people will let you in. And then they're progging that mechanic while you're still learning the early mechanics, but again, everything is super recoverable. So eventually you just get dragged, corpse zombied all the way to like 40%, and then 20%, but you're still like behind everyone. And then eventually you just get lucky, right? And you stand in the right place by sheer dumb luck. And suddenly you have like a 5 or 10% enrage pull, but you still barely can do like the first set of mechanics. And that's why people like, they need to stop trying to use tombstone in this like super granular way where they're like, oh, you've seen a 5% enrage? Sorry, I'm only taking 1% enrage or less. It's just, it's so stupid, and it's gonna become more of a problem until something happens. Like, yeah, well, the thing is, I actually think Tombstone is better for ultimates than it is for Savage, right? Because I think ultimate mechanics are much more body checky, right? Like, it's much harder to just get dragged through a mechanic in an ultimate. So like, if you see someone and it says that they're on X mechanic, they probably have like at least a somewhat strong, at least to the standard that I'll hold any Final Fantasy XIV player, Party Finder player to, of the earlier mechanics, right? Whereas in Savage, that's definitely not the case. It's why Tombstone is such a problem, specifically in Savage. I will say though that I a couple times while I was proccing through in Party Finder, I did the like, I'm checking passports party. And I still usually would, even if I didn't put it in the Party Finder description, just because like, I'm again checking for egregious lying, not like, oh, I said sub 20% and you're at 22%. But the thing I found is that when I joined parties that were like, I'm checking, they were filled with just like the worst players. Like, I feel like 9 times out of 10, those players were like the worst players. And here's the thing. I think there's something that Party Finder, people who prog in Party Finder, they need to become at peace with this, because no matter how many Reddit threads they make, it's not going to change. And that is that when you decide that you are going to prog a fight in Party Finder, you are rolling the dice. Every time you enter a party, that your party is just gonna be filled with fucking turbo shitters. And if you're not okay with that, like, you can get frustrated by it, sure. But if you think that you can somehow change that with like a angry post on Reddit, you need to just not prog in Party Finder, because you look like a goofball when you do that. Like, it's the rando lottery. It's in every game. It is not an issue that is exclusive to Final Fantasy XIV. If you do LFG raids in Destiny, if you do group finder in WoW, any game where you will get randomly match made with players and the content is, how the fuck was I alive? Surely one more Reddit post will make the difference, yeah. Just one more and they'll change it. Like, you just, if you're not okay with that, you just need to either just find a group or, I don't know, kill yourself, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just because you're not gonna change it. It is a infallible law of the universe, man. Like, it's not. It extends beyond video games. It's just humanity in general, where in an environment where no accountability will be held, a large amount of people will not behave in a way that is deemed acceptable by anyone who has any kind of self-awareness or shame. It is the same attitude as going to a concert or a music festival and the final band finishes and the venue clears out and there's just fucking beer cans and garbage all over the floor, right? And it's like, it takes zero effort to throw that shit in the garbage can, but nope, nobody's gonna get in trouble for doing it. So, like, obviously a shitload of people are just gonna throw their fucking cans on the ground. If players are losing so much patience now, 3 polls people leave, even if it's a different people making a different mistake. Yeah. And, like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it, because that's, again, like, it's just why PFing early in prog is just like, it is an exercise in, it is literally the penis explosion chamber. Like, it is an exercise in just frustration. And I don't know, man. I don't, if you don't have the constitution for it, then I don't know, man. Like, I'll do it because, like, I've already cleared the fights and it's kind of just fun / funny to watch. Like, I think I'm cooked. I think I'm still dead. Nope. Oh my god, how am I alive? Fuck, man, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. People are not built for when the shoe's on the other foot and they're the shitter of the party. Yeah, man, you don't get it. They just don't make mistakes, bro. They're fast learners. It's incredible how little self-awareness some people in the Party Finder have. I mean, the thing is, dude, like, you're never going to, this extends to statics too. You are never going to have perfect skill parity in any group in a video game. There's always going to be a best player and a worst player. And you are always, as a player, and as a group, you are always going to be waiting for that one person who's always the slowest to get it, and you cannot move forward until that person gets it. And if that's not happening, then you're that person. or maybe you are like the 0.00001% of groups that does have near perfect skill parity. It was Buddha, yeah, the Sun Tzu, the art of LFG. Sun Tzu was a monk main. Dude, monk is so fun. I've been playing a shitload of monk in 14 lately. It's so much fun. Getting better. Yeah, the chain is only as strong as the weakest link. Fuck. Yeah, they were on some good shit when they made Dawn Trail Monk, dude. It's so much fun. What about 2 Chainz? I saw 2 Chainz live at a festival once. It was fun. We would love to play Monk more. Yeah, I've been going into Party Finder for Doom Train and just fucking shitting it up. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. That part's really annoying to do on Melee though. Like, especially as a non-tank, because like now, like I've learned that for the first buster that happens on the second car, like, I literally just have to sit out of melee range for like 20 minutes because you just cannot trust Party Finder tanks to get the fuck out of the way. Yeah, he did his famous song, every Chainz has its link. Like, PF tanks are so slow to get back to the boss and then move forward when that buster comes out. And I've died too many times, and so now I just sit there fucking jorking my shit for fucking, and you don't even have a ranged GCD to throw on Monk, you just got 6-sided star, so like, I just use 6-sided star and then just fucking sit there and fucking jork it for like fucking 10 seconds. Buster fuels me with euphoria when I get full uptime with the lasers. Oh, that's the other thing, is like the laser RNG is so cancer on Melee. If you get the left side lasers, it's so fucking annoying. I wonder if you can just like tank it with Riddle of Earth and then just fucking make it the healer's problem. Just second wind, bloodbath, Earth, or Wind's reply or whatever. It's just, dude, I learned a long time ago that Final Fantasy XIV, the worst players in Final Fantasy XIV are tanks. Absolutely, without question. Like, tank is the easiest role, and as a result is just going to attract the worst players. Like tank kits are just simplified melee DPS classes. The mechanics that tanks have to handle are basically just, here comes a buster, press your mitigation. Like boss positioning is less, it's more of a thing now than it was in Endwalker, but it's still not super important because for almost every major mechanics, bosses just recenter themselves anyway. What is Shadowed Vigil? I mean, I'll be real. TBN, there should never be. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Shadow's Vigil. Okay, yeah, sorry. That's very funny. I misread your comment. I thought you said using TBN in Shadow's Vigil or Shadowed Vigil. Pull the bros apart. Yeah, that's definitely bad. You can tell when someone's not a shit tank when you do M10. But yeah, it's just, the other thing about tanks is that a big appeal to bad/lazy players about tanks is that you get punished way less for fucking up mechanics, because the number of mechanics that just straight up kill you as a tank when you fuck them up is extremely low. You must have missed something. Well, this raid in 14, the second fight is against two dudes who have they have a very strong bond, we'll say. They're roommates. They're very gay and it's hot. And so, God, they were roommates. They're Lorien and Lothric. And so people will often, like, the goal is to get them close together as much as possible so that you can, like, use cleave abilities to damage them both at the same time. And people will say shit in chat like, now make them kiss. Dude, we gotta do some Final Fantasy 14 gaming with Dr. Cut, man. I got him a set of crafted gear. He's ready to game. I need to hit that as far left as possible. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, 12 is fun. The door boss is very chill. Definitely one of the easiest, if not the easiest door bosses they've made. But it's fun. Like I do like it. I don't want that smoke in my channel. I mean, I would say as long as it's not a fucking, as long as you're not dropping slurs, I don't really care. Dude, I gotta get back on the Animal Crossing grind so that Holy Bugs Batman will play Elden Ring seamless co-op with me. I'm genuinely curious, is there anybody at your work that would have seen the day that you took off yesterday and been like, huh, that new Animal Crossing update came out this week. I wonder if those two things are related. Underwear thief slur tier list. I don't think anyone actually would do that. I feel like if you don't frequently call out sick, people don't give a fuck what you do with your sick time. Dude, I hate that camera movement there. It moves like up and to the right, and it's just so disorienting. It is one of the few times that I think that the camera blocks or camera sprites or whatever are like an active detriment in this hack. Normally they don't bother me that much. Like I make jokes about them, but like they actually don't really bother me that much. But like that single camera movement is actually so disorienting. Unlike as soon as you walked in with a long story about finding a pube in her burger, she swears the server put there intentionally. Is me. I was the server. I love the idea that she knows it was a pubic hair. Oh shit, dude, we're getting some tasty dinner tonight. I just remembered that we have a gift card we're gonna use tonight for dinner. That's pretty hype. No, it's not to the Olive Garden. You gotta keep up, Mega. Oh, man, it's so hard. Yeah, sorry, you are conscripted to just stay in this chat forever. A whole different world than it was 10 minutes ago, dude. The world is ever changing at twitch.com/the3rdsalmon. I think I have to make that lightning shot clip into a blurb. That's like one of the greatest blurps for when I play Final Fantasy XIV and get griefed by a tank. Bigger jump than that. I need to... Oh yeah, dude, bevy it up. I have, dude, it's been a hot minute since I've taken a gummy. I think it's a gummy night tonight. A blurp is, it's the software, website, whatever you want to call it, that you use to spend channel points on. Where's my pee? On that. Oh, fuck! Oh, sorry. There's a clip from before I started raiding with Cask from Abyssos where he crits a double down and he just goes, oh. Yeah, dude, I was pretty tilted when that happened. Although the thing is, I actually learned the spot that like you should stand for that, and that way, like, because here's the thing, I obviously, like, I want to clear fights, which means I want people to get uptime. Like, I'm not some anti-uptime, like, fucking curmudgeon. Like, I want people to get as much uptime as possible. But I do think that sometimes people get a little gremlinish with it, and it can become annoying. That shit was hilarious. Bro assassinated 2 damage dealers, including the fucking Giga gear-fed Pictomancer, but hey, at least he got that extra GCD in under no mercy, right? And there's always going to be some degree of limit testing with that kind of stuff, but when we're on the clock, it's getting late. We are faced with a serious potential of just not finishing reclears. Like, maybe not the time to like test limits of uptime. I will say I got a little frustrated last night because it was our split reclear night. I was gonna be on my alts, but we were also trying to kind of double dip and get like prog for our 9ths in. So I was basically on the sidelines cheerleading until we got to 12. Our analyst had never even set foot in 11. So suffice it to say, they cleared 11 with about 20 minutes left of raid night, and we did not do 12. And it's not a huge deal because like it's just it's books for my main or for my alt, but like I don't know, it's a little annoying that I like just sat there all night waiting, and I feel like a more realistic view of what could have been accomplished in 3 hours given the difficulty of M11 was maybe M11 another day and focus more on making sure that people all get in re-clears. But it is what it is. But I was like a little annoyed that I stayed up until 2 AM last night for basically no reason. But it's all good. Like I'm not like mad about it. It was like a little annoying in the moment, but I just think we should have maybe had more realistic expectations of what could be done with that time. That's crazy. Like, I know it needs to be done there, but me when something is crazy. Holy fucking shit! I think I added holy fucking shit on. I added a bunch of 7TV emotes in the past like week. Meow, 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 meow. What the fuck? I keep doing that. Yeah, I wonder what, I feel like 11, I'm really curious what's gonna happen once like more Party Finder players get to 12 in Final Fantasy, because like 11's hard, but like Idyllic Dream, I feel like is gonna crush Party Finder once a lot of people get there. Because I feel like a lot of people still are just stuck on 11 in Party Finder. And like they're getting to 12, working on the door boss, working on like the earlier, if they're getting to phase 2, they're working on like the earlier mechanics. Like, I'm not sure that a prevalent PF strat for Idyllic is even really like surfaced. And also, the hard part of Idyllic Dream is not something that's going to be like dictated by strats. Like, I really do. They made harder fate calibration and put in Savage. I really do think that that mechanic is just going to get auto-markered. Yeah, I think people are just they're gonna make auto markers for it. It's gonna put a marker on your head that tells you what you are, where you go. Although people are still gonna have to remember if it's defamations or stacks first, but I think I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be too hard if that's the only thing you have to remember. Someone could just make like a little, the fact is that like usually there'll be at least one player in your party finder that is at least like moderately competent. And they can just make a little chat macro that says like defamations first. Although people still do have to remember their tower positions, they have to remember if they're swapping, they have to remember the positions for like the little Wicked Thunder, like close far tethers. Man, this level's crazy because like it really isn't that hard to execute all this stuff. Obviously the length plays a factor in it, but like it is just figuring stuff out that's like the hard part. Like I feel like I'm getting back to my like PB fairly consistently. Like obviously it's all dram difficulty, but like outside of that, like I'm talking about with respect, like in contrast to the rest of the hack, right? That muncher is a fucker, man. Yo, also GG's to Kioski for fucking beating Cassio last night, dude. Dude was going through it, man. I don't think I've ever seen someone get 29 hits on that boss so many times. That was crazy. I think he had like 4 or 5 29 hit deaths. And every time it happened, he just apologized. He was just like, I'm so sorry, guys. That was fun. I enjoyed watching that. That was the one nice thing about not having to raid last night, or not having to raid, but not being in the polls, was that I got to watch that. It was fun. I don't know if like a big regrab would solve that. I feel like I need to figure out consistency there before I worry too much about. See, that doesn't fix it. I just need to be further left when I land, which means, because like the other problem is obviously there's the muncher there, so like I need to land on the, I need to start the whole process, like, I don't know. I just have to play around with it. It's hard to like really theorize it in my brain. Okay, so I'm gonna throw it in like that little cubby there to bounce off of it after I hit the shell twice. There's gonna be another shell that drops down. Yo, what's up, Rinsler? Another shell that drops down, that's what I'm gonna grab. I have like a vague idea of what's coming next where I have to like I'm gonna have to juggle the shell that drops there a couple times with that infinite shell. Or like on that infinite shell. Man, I wonder, like, I think they mentioned this. Did they say they were going to nerf the DPS checks of these fights? I feel like I remember them saying that they were going to account in week 1, like balance, they were going to account for people having the earlier or like more gear in week 1, but then they were going to adjust the tuning later for people who like aren't week 1 clearers. I feel like I remember them saying that. When does when does 4.1 come out? Is this 4.1 Criterion or is that 4.5? Because I think Criterion's supposed to be in like March, right? Because I think it's like 19-week patch cycles usually, so I feel like 0.5 is going to be like late April, right? And then Ultimate will be 2 weeks after that. Man, I just cannot do that. Like, I'm really struggling with consistency there. Jesus, okay, that was progress. Okay, so that's not okay. I just drew it against that wall, not against that little divot. Okay, so it's gonna bounce up. We just kick it up. Okay, I mean, I see what to do in theory. Take a little handbrake soon. Oops. This level is actually like really fun. I gotta say, I like this level a lot so far. I think it's a set expectations thing that is helping me here, where I have like no expectations of beating this level anytime soon, so I'm just like, whatever, man, we're just vibing. Like, I wish I could get into that headspace for like every Kaizo level ever. Because my problem is I come into hacks with like preconceived notions of like how difficult levels are going to be based on just like their difficulty categorization. And I'm better about it now than I used to be, but I still do sometimes get frustrated when like something's really what happens is when something's difficulty sticks out. When like I'm playing a hack and like most of the levels are taking me like 10-15 minutes, and then some level randomly takes me like 45 minutes, and like in my head I'm like, well, this is a video game just made by like a person as a hobby, so like I should stop expecting like perfect balance. But in the moment I'm like, I still get frustrated. Still in the prog mentality, dude. Full focus. do want to show you guys something later, which is my penis. No, I was going through I really want Mega to come back in and be like, hey, I missed something again, huh? I was going through like old recruitment messages for some reason. I think I was just like looking for something in Discord. I don't remember why I was like going through old Discord messages, and I found this recruitment message I got when I was looking for a group during Cruiserweight. And it was one of the most insane things that I have ever received. Like, insane pieces of correspondence that I have ever received in my fucking life. It was crazy. No, it wasn't you parsed gay. That was not my message, but that it is. I wouldn't say it's quite on that level, but it's definitely, it's more just like, it's definitely not like a toxic message. It's just like, I think the best indication I could give you of the vibe of this message was that the guy who sent it to me's Discord profile picture was, this guy's Discord profile picture was a picture, a mirror selfie of him flexing like this from behind, and he had like a shitty back tattoo. Just like a really dumb, but ultimately like harmless, like gym bro. Are you asking what to the Discord message I'm talking about, or to the you parsed gay emote? It was pretty bad. I mean, well, okay, I actually don't know, because you can't really see it because it's a Discord profile picture. If you haven't seen the you parsed gay thing, I'll show it in a bit. It's very funny. It's funny because the you parsed gay thing is also a post that could be perfectly summarized by a, no, I think it was a typo. I think they meant to say you parsed gray. But yeah, that guy's Discord profile picture was the Confederate flag. So just to give a perfect encapsulation of what kind of person you're dealing with there. Yes, it wasn't. Telling someone they parsed gray is, I wouldn't say it's always an insult. Sometimes it's just like, hey man, like, you gotta get your money up, so to speak. But the rest of the context surrounding the rest of this message is crazy. It's funny because that message was from all the way back in Shadowbringers, and it's somehow like resurfaced like the past month or so. Okay, I think I kind of am getting better at that. That post was basically Dreadworm Academy, but for like toxic hardcore raiders instead of like toxic casuals. Yeah, I think someone was like, the post went kind of viral on 14 Twitter, is like, oh, I'm going back through old recruitments, and I remember this static that I like applied for, and I got this in return. Okay, I think I understand what I'm doing wrong there. I think I need to, I'm kicking the shell up too fast. Yeah, the post is crazy, man. See if I can find it. How can I not find this? I know Zeem's made a video on it. Maybe he links it. Dude, can we talk about how funny it is? Like Zeem's fucking Mod Beast arc. Hate that guy. I hope he gets banned. He's becoming not because he uses mods. He is becoming increasingly annoying. I used to like him, but he's become a little bit more annoying over the years. Am I crazy? I could have sworn I saw a video of his. Going over this. It was definitely a whatever. It's not. I can find it later. He's a rape apologist? I don't know the context there, but that's definitely unfortunate if true. The typo is kind of like, the typo of that is kind of burying the lead of what makes that post so extraordinary. The "you parsed gay" was kind of the cherry on top of the post. Ew, that's gross. That's what I'm saying, Underwear Thief. Dude, I had hand off the D-pad for like for like 10 seconds there. Hand off the D. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. I don't know if that was salvageable, honestly. I have the rough sauce for that bit. The refinement I need is the height. That fucking... that up kick, man. I can't nail it down. Squeeze, squeeze, ba-doo, ba-doo, squammy, squam, 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 squammy. Bark. I often, an issue I have there is that I often like lean too far to the right for some reason. I don't really know why. I'm not doing it consciously. It's some sort of subconscious thing I do to try and like correct something, but it never goes well. Rose, I'm thinking I need more coffee. I need to do like a little left right. Many people are saying this. I know that's right. Yeah, it's I think it's definitely more coffee o'clock. How did I miss that one? Or it's rough, man. I don't... what to do? Is what's happening? Am I throwing it up like, and it's getting aligned with the muncher? Am I throwing it up too late? Is that what the problem is? Not sure. It did look like it was like pixel perfect aligned with the muncher on like the horizontal axis. Oh man, I just cannot get this part consistently, man. I don't know. Really frustrating. Okay, that was progress. I just didn't kick the shell up. Okay, I think I maybe have an idea for a visual cue here that might help with that part. Oh, that's a huge PB. That is a huge PB. Hey, huge, bruh. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing a full jump, and then when the low shell bounces off the wall, that's when I start to that's when I let go of jump and fast fall, and that seems to kind of be lining up. meow 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 meow. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. King's Boss Room. Crabbo, you are kind of in my way, sir. Are you gonna not be hostile? Oh boy. All the times for this crabman to not be hostile. Oh, I didn't have my shield out. Alright, hang on. Come on. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Crabman. Crabman, you are quite literally in the way. Oh wait, you're not corporeal or something? Okay, whatever. Sure. The boss is just gonna be a big vertical pipe. That's how you climb the castle, true. I don't know how I'm alive. I thought I was dead there for sure. No. Nice. All right, in there. Oh wow, it is a boss. Holy fuck. All right. Blends in so much to the background. All right. So what can we do with this? Uh-oh. Oh, be over, please. Please be over. Oh my god. What a fucking brutal level. Jesus Christ. That shit was brutal. Holy fuck, man.
Back up. We missed the stack. I think someone else also missed the stack.
Oh, you can dodge to the left, literally no problem.
Later. You little shit. Dude. Okay, if there's one thing I'm learning about this hack, it's that cement block equals bad. Stay away from the cement blocks. I love how not only is it called the Oriental Sorceries Lab, but you come here and the first thing you hear is some guy on a shamisen like bong, 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 bong. Like just no subtlety whatsoever.
We can be in the same one, no, come back.
Oh, you kidding me? You kidding me?
Which
part
Oh,
did you need
I
to
killed you.
Okay, yeah, I don't understand how to figure out the safe spot for that.
No, I don't either.
Get over here, you fucking asshole! What?
We're back. My face when the crab is incorporeal. What I'm saying. How do I keep doing that? I feel like I'm really low when I'm throwing it, but I guess I'm not. That was interesting. The fact that this background doesn't move at all, like, bothers me a lot more than it probably should. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I feel like completely stationary backgrounds in Kaizo, or just in Mario in general, just never look good. I wonder, like, I can't imagine it is, but I wonder if it has, like, my only thought is that it might have something to do with the, nah, there's no way it has something, because it's like a palette animation. I was thinking the shell indicators, like the colors, but I don't see how those two things could possibly be related. I'm just kind of trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I love how you can neutral the D-pad there, like, more often than not. Okay. All right. That's another peeb, dude. The peebs are going crazy here. So I think I just missed the shell. I need to be further right. So I had a really jank bounce off of that one shell. Dude, the peebs are flowing right now. I'm hooking too far to the right there. I'm not talking about Pabst Blue Ribbon either. Although I did enjoy Pabst Blue Ribbon is like one of the few beers that I would like fuck with in college. I'm usually not a huge beer guy, but I could drink a Pabst from time to time. PBR is my sauce. Yeah, I did know that. I remember when I used to go to the Starlight Ballroom, Starland Ballroom. There's a Starlight and a Starland Ballroom. One's in New York and one's in Philly. The one in Philly, I used to go there, and they would have like really cheap tall boy cans of PBR that I would consume on the reggie when I would go see shows there. Friday morning normal raid Duty Finder is not sending their best. I feel like normal mode Duty Finder is rarely sending its best. Yeah, I can't say that I am surprised either. M6 and neither healer realized you need to get in the water for the fire stacks. That's just simple elemental understanding, man. Fire does not like water. If there's water and you're about to be set on fire, I would say it's common sense to submerge yourself as best as possible. It's just like basic physics. I mean, so okay, so there are definitely stacks in normal Duty Finder that you can stack on top of each other, but I feel like lately not so much. But like, a lot of times they won't give you a vuln. Yeah, the Crystal Tower stacks for sure. I'm pretty sure the ones in M9 normal you can stack with not a ton of issue. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Nope. Wow. Oh, I have Vons. Rip. Dude, I think it's so funny that the busters in 12S phase 1, you can just stack them with like a 40% mitt and a short mitt, and you like giga live them. Wait, can you stack the M9 normal busters? And it just like does nothing? You can stack the savage ones too? That's pretty funny. I always like, it's always weird to me, like oversights like that. I always wonder if they're intentional. I mean, one of the big ones for me was that for like probably the first hour of our M10 prog, we were literally just like standing in the fire for the cone because we couldn't figure out how it was baited, where he has like the safe cone behind him. And we were literally just standing in the fire and healing through it, and it was like giga healable. I wonder, is that the new, like, because like I always wonder how viable that actually is, because I got told by our healers that the cutback, the one that goes down the middle you're talking about, right? I got told that that dot was like way harsher than the regular dots. I didn't test it for myself, so I don't know for sure, but oh no, I'm sorry. Cutback is the back thing. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood what you're talking about. Well, no, because there's been a raid plan floating around where for the arena split mechanic, you just literally walk across the arena split after you drop your fire puddles and everyone goes to the side where deep blue is, and you just do the Proteans that way. And I don't know if it's like a bit or what, but I've seen more and more people talking about it. Bulk tested it. What are your findings? Well, yeah, but I mean, if your healers are competent, I guess it just, I don't know if it's realistic or not. Functioning as intended would make the partner stacks a little tight. I think it's or no, because the partner stacks happen after the Proteans, never mind. Right? They do, yeah. Fuck. Okay. No, it's really not. It's now that it's more like, now that it's more common knowledge how they work and like the safe spots and all this stuff. I will say that was one of the most annoying mechanics on day one. Was that arena split mechanic. Like that mechanic actually fucking blows to like solve and learn. I really hated that mechanic on day one. But now that there's like a pretty good strat for it, it's really not that big a deal. But from what I've seen, Barty Finder still fucking sucks at it, but that's not exactly... It does seem like it relies pretty heavily on like the melees having good positioning on the non-deep blue side, which... Listen, I talked about how tanks are the dumbest Final Fantasy players. Melee are definitely the second dumbest. Because if being the easiest job or role is what attracts some of the dumbest players, being the role that does the highest damage across the board is definitely the #2 thing that attracts the dumbest people, because they're just like, I want to do damage. I want to do big damn. Good luck, Shells. Yo, Nillis. Thanks, buddy. Making pretty good progress today. I need to throw that when I'm higher. Walking in to get shit on for playing Warrior? Hey man, Warrior's my favorite tank. I'm definitely not saying that all tanks are dumb or bad at the game. I play with 2 very good tank players on the reg. But tank is definitely the easiest role to play, and as such is gonna attract bad players. You were dumb and bad at the game, you take no offense. Hell yeah. Me too. You see, it's especially bad since Endwalker, because Endwalker babied melees so hard that they were glorified fizz ranges. Like, every boss was designed to give you like perfect uptime without having to use like a single fucking brain cell. And that's been like heavily toned down in Dawn Trail. And so now you have like melee players who just don't know how to disconnect from the boss without like losing a shitload of uptime. So they just like try to stay, like they greed too, they don't know how to responsibly greed. Because greeting as a melee is not inherently a bad thing. I think that as a melee, you have a responsibility to be as greedy as you can be without griefing your party. And that is where the main difficulty of playing melee comes, right? And that is a difficulty that just didn't exist in Endwalker. Okay, that was a PB. I just bounce off that shell, catch the shell jump to the right. I think we're getting close to the end. I think we're close. Not close enough that I think we'll beat this today before my hands get too tired, but I think we definitely have it next time. Unless I like game out of my mind here. Nillis, how are you doing, buddy? Have you been doing any Savage raiding this week? Oh my god, dude, that's the end. That is the end. You have to do that, and then you have to do that crazy regrab marathon there, and that's it. And there's the pipe. The pipe is right after that. Dude, I love Warrior. Warrior is Pog, man. Y'all are haters. How the flying fuck can you track this shit? Watching it's I mean, I have been learned. This is like we got here just. This is like 4.5 hours of playing this level since we got here last time we streamed this. So it's a lot of trial and error. And you know, of course, being a god gamer. Warrior funny. I mean, the hard part about this level is definitely just like figuring it out because it's just like it's very hard to read. I will say that the he has like a special feature that you can hopefully see that the next shell you're supposed to land on turns yellow, which is like extremely helpful for this level. At least learning it. That part is definitely the hardest part of the level so far. I have a feeling the ending's gonna be the actual hardest part, but that setup is so hard, man. There's so many different factors. Yeah, the ASM, the shell, the yellow shell ASM is really cool. It is extremely helpful. At first, at least. Obviously, once you figure out the level, it's barely noticeable. You don't even really notice it, but plus we got the Final Fantasy X jams to fucking get us in the zone. Courtesy the Beast 721. I need to kick that up later, like right before I bounce off the shell. Getting too antsy there. Oh, dude, the jank bounce, man. I'm getting like the poop bounce off of that thing sometimes. Oh man, that part is so hard, dude. It's so hard. That is unquestionably the hardest setup in this level right now, until I find something else that's harder. But we're pretty deep in, and that is definitely the thing that I am having the most trouble getting consistent. Aw, fuck your mother, dude. Don't know how to fix that. Like, I really don't know what to do there. Like, I've been past there many times, but I still wouldn't say that I have anything resembling a consistent strat for that part. the fucking jank? I like brushed up against those on-off blocks before I actually hit the switch, apparently. That was weird. Like completely stopped my momentum. After I kick that up, I need to move further to the left. I don't bump that, I don't bump that death block. Oh man, I really don't know how to do that consistently. I really wish I had a good consistent strat for it. It's like the one bit of this level that I'm just really struggling on still. I feel like if I could figure that out, like my progress would go through the fucking roof. Because I feel like I only need a couple more attempts at that next bit to like start getting consistent at it, right? Like it seems like it's not super difficult. But I'm being like gate kept by this fucking stupid up kick thing, and I don't really know how to more consistently do it there. I think it has to do with when I do the back shot. I think the back shot is setting me up for a smooth this right here. That's setting me up, and I need to do that consistently. That's what I need to do. And I think the best way to do it is to do it fast, because you can do it slow or fast. And I've been kind of just vibing it, but I think I need to try and make a more conscious effort to do it the same speed. Not that fast, quite, but... Because I think if I do it fast, then I can do a quicker, like, fast, like, just everything just lines up better and gives me less room to, like, do something wrong. Like, if I do everything fast and it lines up, then I can just do it fast every time and it'll work. Which, like, yeah, no shit, but... Glorp. All right, I think we're maybe acquiring the sauce. Ah, all right, I'm zoning out a little. I'm zoning out a little bit here. I need to not do that. Like the first bit of this level is becoming so like some second nature to me now that I'm kind of like zoning out during it, and I need to not do that. I need to lock the fuck in. See, okay, you know? They were too close. Oh, I need like a mini break here. Just rest the hands for like 30 seconds. What's going on with y'all? Who's about it? I'm trying to decide, like, I feel like if I feel like I could push for a clear here, but I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to be respectful to my hands. Just, if I get it in the next, like, hour or so, we ball, otherwise we don't. Carried the courier's rasher up to the Citadel? Yeah? Nice. At first I thought that was a New Vegas moment, but I don't think it was. Oh, that's Silk Song, right? Yeah, that's the hardest part for sure, though. Or wait, that's the one with the where you got to take it up to like the take it up to the dude that's eating, right? The fat dude, the hungry boy. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's definitely the most annoying part of that quest, for sure. Mr. Muncher himself. It's me, John Muncher. What's up, Loud Point? Yeah. I actually, dude, hot take, I don't think a lot of people feel this way, but I actually had fun doing that quest. I had fun, like, optimizing the route and not taking damage. It was very satisfying. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, but let's get everyone back on my side. Biowater, am I right, fellas? Boo! All my homies hate bio water. Or like poop water. There you go. I think I definitely took damage on my way up. I like barely made it. I wonder, they might have. I wonder if they nerfed it. I know they did some balancing to the game since I beat it. And I know that was a pretty widely hated part of the game. If it ain't Baja Blast, I send it back. Boy, that is from your lips to God's ears. And that's why I think that the Baja Blast pie should become a full-time staple at Thanksgiving dinners around the country. Did anyone else here besides me try the Baja Blast pie? Ah, bro, I live in Canada. You've never heard that? I forget where I got that from. It's a great saying. You didn't, but you wanted to. It was pretty good. I mean, it was literally just like a key lime pie with like a weirder, it was like more of like a gelatinous consistency than you'd usually expect. Like, it definitely was not bad. I was expecting it to be way more cursed. Gelatinous. Well, I mean, yeah, if you don't like key lime pie, lime is its biggest flavor profile. So yeah, if you don't like key lime pie, I would say you probably would not like it. I think key lime pie is pretty good. Dude, I feel like sometimes I just literally phase through this fucking shell. Oh yeah, dude, here's what I'll say. If we had to give up key lime pie ever existing, but in exchange the Florida Keys also never existed, that is like the most worth it trade I've ever heard of in my life. Like, I like key lime pie. I don't like it that much. I do not like key lime pie more than I hate Florida. Sorry, pizza. I don't know if I've ever had lemon meringue pie. Honestly, like, I'm not a huge pie guy in general, but when I am, I'm kind of a basic bitch. I like an apple pie. Pumpkin pie is all right. And like, I like a good, like, I'm bracing for the Twitch chat. I like a good, like, cream pie, like a chocolate cream pie, or like a chocolate peanut butter cream pie. Dude, that shit, I fuck with that. I don't know if I've ever had pecan pie. Dude, you know what's really good that I got reminded of somewhat recently? You guys remember, have you guys ever had the Hershey's pie from Burger King? That shit slapped. Like, I haven't had it since I was a literal child, but like, it was so good, man. It was banging. Is it no longer? I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't know if it was still in commission. I genuinely, like, I am not above eating fast food from time to time. I don't think I've had Burger King since I was like 15 years old. Okay, that's it though. I didn't. Yeah, I would as well. Like, you know what was good? Burger King has some underrated like chicken nuggets or like chicken tenders or whatever. Like, they're pretty good. They're like a little spicy. Or like dude, you guys remember the chicken fries from Burger King? Those went hard. It's weird because I feel like in my mind, like when I think of at least like popularity / success, I feel like Burger King in fast food is number 2 only to McDonald's in terms of just like ubiquitous popularity, success, whatever you want to call it. But like, I don't know a single person who's like, dude, Burger King is my shit. That's my favorite fast food place. Burger places are at the bottom of the list. I mean, the thing is, like, I think of Wendy's is definitely like a burger place. They have good nugs too, but like Wendy's clears Burger King. McDonald's clears Burger King. I think BK and Macca's are identical in quality. I'm not equipped to answer that question, honestly. Like, McDonald's is fine. Like, it's got a good burger. Chicken nuggets are decent. For Harvey's, I don't think I've ever had Harvey's, which makes sense because you just said it was a Canadian chain, but yeah, I think I've had it 0 times in the past 10 years. I think I've had it 3 times in like the past 20 years. I think I used to fuck with BK a lot when I was like in high school, because there was one really close to where my band used to practice, and I would like hop there on the drive-thru before or after band practice. But like, I've never had Zaxby's. Zaxby's is more of like a southern place, right? Or west? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never had Zaxby's. Got a bunch of them at Bama. I've been to Bama before, but never. I was like 17. I would say if we're talking chicken places, dude, you know what? Dude, they're opening a Dave's Hot Chicken near me. Dude, Dave's Hot Chicken is fucking slaps. Dave's Hot Chicken is a vibe for sure. You know what I don't enjoy? What I'm not an enjoyer of is oh god, what's it called? What's that like soup? Raising Cane's? Raising Cane's is mid as fuck. The sauce is decent, but the chicken is like so mid. Don't let Razor Cord hear you saying that, dude. They can send whoever they want, man. I ain't changing my tune. That's what the sauce is for. Yeah, but sauce and chicken need to work in tandem to be quality. Nowhere is that more obvious to me than they just opened a Wingstop near me, and like that place is overrated as hell, dude. It's expensive as shit. It takes fucking 400 years to get your wings. And every time, I've been there twice, and every time, both times, I guess I should say, it's been like, they're not crispy. They're like the skin is like soggy. Wings need to be crispy, man. Wingstop wings are not crispy. I even ordered mine well done, and they still weren't crispy. Like IMO, Buffalo Wild Wings clears Wingstop. Wingstop, I was immensely disappointed by Wingstop. The first time I went there, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just got a bad batch. I could try to order them like extra crispy, maybe. I think it's because they put too much damn sauce on the fucking wings. So like they're literally just like drenched in sauce and like soggy, not crispy. You need a crispy chicken wing. Let's get a fast food tier list on the go. Fast food tier list is so hard to do. I could do a fast food tier list. You don't ever get fast food wings? That's fair. I think Buffalo Wild Wings is like solid, man. It's reliable. It's not amazing, but like if I want to order out wings, the problem here is, dude, there are no good wing places by me. Like local, like, cause I would obviously rather get good wings from like a local pizza joint. But like, there's no good ones here. I have tried so many wings because dude, chicken wings are probably my favorite food of all time. I love chicken wing. And I have tried wings from so many places around here and they all suck. It's rough. It is rough, dude. I hate it. Because, like, to me, there's a couple key components of the wing. The wing has to be, like, I would say the two most important things are it's gotta be crispy. You gotta have a crispy skin on the wing. And the sauce needs to be good. And, like, so many wing places here just, like, throw some fucking Frank's Red Hot and some butter in a fucking, like, pan and melt them together, and they're like, all right, wing sauce. And I'm sorry, that's just not cutting it for me, brother. The 3070 sauce wings, I'd say 60-40, but you're right. The wing is definitely the more important part. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have the fundamentals down. I have learned how to make some pretty solid wings in the air fryer. Fuck, man. So I don't usually like batter them. I'll usually like sometimes what I'll do, here's the play for wings in the air fryer. You take like a little bit of flour, you take like some salt, pepper, garlic powder, maybe a little onion powder, or like some onion salt instead of the regular salt. You throw it in a bag with the wings, you shake them up. 400 degrees in the air fryer for about 30 minutes. You got some good wings. But a key aspect of making good chicken wings is you gotta let them dry first. That's how you get the skin crispy. You gotta let them dry out, like air dry for a little while. That's the tip. Yeah. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why Wingstop wings were so not crispy, because like they just make them at, like, I don't know what it is about Wingstop, but it is like, it's kind of like Chick-fil-A. I feel like Chick-fil-A is the same way, where it's just always so fucking busy there that like, I feel like there's no way they have the time to like properly make the wings. I will say that like the chicken itself is good. Like it's high quality chicken at Wingstop. Like the actual chicken itself does, like, it tastes good, but the consistency is not amazing because the skin is like not crispy. It's like soggy. What I'm gonna do is because like again, this Wingstop by me is new, so I'm gonna give it a couple months to like cool off, and then I'm gonna try it again. And if it's not good after that, I'm just gonna say that Wingstop is just not that good. I will also say that like part of the problem with like an establishment like that gets so busy is like, you know, when you like, who's working at those places? It's like people from the age of like 18 to like 22, right? That's who's working at a Wingstop. And like, they're just not built. Young adults that age are not built in a way to handle that kind of busyness at their place of employment without just like being annoying. and just being like generally unpleasant to interface with on a personal level. And like, I understand it's hard. Like, it's not fun to work at a busy restaurant, right? I worked briefly at a Domino's when I was in college. And like, I understand it sucks. It's fucking ass to work at a place like that. When it's busy, dude, a busy Friday night at a fast food place is like kind of hell. So like, I get it, but that doesn't make me, the fact that I get it doesn't make me want to interact with it. I was a delivery driver, but my manager was kind of like a, and maybe understandably so, was like a we all share the workload kind of guy. So like, even though I was a delivery driver, like obviously while I was there and I wasn't delivering pizzas, I was helping clean, I was helping take orders, bring out orders, work the oven. Like I wasn't making the pizza, but I was putting the pizza in the oven, taking it out of the oven, cutting it up, putting the sauce on it, all that kind of shit. But like, I would have to interface with the public and like take orders and shit like that. So like, I understood what it was like to be on that side of it. I will say though, being a delivery driver was kind of fucking sick. And like, we delivered to like a couple like affluent areas. Like I was living in South Jersey, kind of by Ocean City, if anyone is familiar with the area. It's actually Cape May. And did people ever give you strange items in lieu of cash as a tip? They did not. One time I did deliver to a party of probably like, I would say kids a little younger than me, probably like 19, 20-year-olds, and they were like, yo dude, like come in and have a drink with us and like all that shit, which could have potentially translated into eventual sexual activity, but dude, I was on the fucking clock, man. I ain't got time for that shit. Yeah, if you're a delivery driver and you're a little late, you are legally allowed to speed. That's absolutely true. I will say that the owner, or you know, whatever, the owner of this franchise, the Domino's franchise, what do you call him, the franchisee, this guy was definitely tight with like the police, the chief of police of where we were. So like, I'd say unless you were being like a total piece of shit behind the wheel, you were probably fine. That's fire, honestly. Yeah. And like, dude, I made good money. Like for like a 20 or 23-year-old, whatever, like I made pretty good money. And like, again, we would deliver to Stone Harbor, which was like where like all of the rich people would like take their vacations. Like that's where all the vacation homes were. But like, other than that, like it wasn't a particularly like affluent area, but like I made good tips, man. Made good tips. It was a good job. You never had a job where tipping was normal? That was my only tip job. And it was sick too, because like the way that it worked was you would, every time you would leave for a delivery, you would like, not clock out, but you would like punch yourself out on a machine that said like, I'm going out for delivery. And then you would come back in, you would punch yourself back in. And while you were on the road, you made like shit wage hourly. But the second you clocked back in, you made, and you were in the store, you made minimum wage again. So like if it wasn't busy, you were making minimum wage, which like, you know, this was the early 2010s. So like inflation and rent hadn't spiraled so far out of control that minimum wage was like, I might as well be living on the streets. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, you'd leave and your tips would... And I think the way it also worked, because your tips would get counted out at the end of the night, right? And this never happened to me, but I believe the rule was that if at the end of the night, your wage plus tips did not equal minimum wage, you would get paid the difference in your weekly paycheck. But that never happened, even on like the slowest weeks imaginable. One time when you worked at a farm store, you got a 6-pack of beer from Boone, and you helped him load like 200 cedar fence posts onto his trailer. That's a lot of fence posts. What was he doing? Probably building a fence. Kind of a stupid question. Farms are pretty big, that's true. I got scammed. No, nice. I mean, me personally, I would have preferred the amount of money that it costs to buy that pack of beer, because I'm not a big beer drinker, but I mean, I probably would have drank it. Someone offers me a free 6-pack of beer, I'll probably drink it, as long as it's like clearly untampered and not like Miller Lite or like natural ice. Oh yeah, if I was 17, I'd be drinking that shit. That's honestly a little sketch, but you know. You know, it's honestly kind of insane to me that anyone buys alcohol for minors. The thought, even if it was like a close, like a younger cousin or something like that like I know or like trust, I still, not a chance in the fucking world would I do that. Like, that's crazy that anyone would risk getting in trouble for that. Like, You looked 30 when you were 17. There you go, dude. I once we once we got a friend of ours who was the same age as us in high school. I mean, he's still the same age as us, but I mean, in high school, I got a friend who was the same age as us. Who he definitely like looked a little older, but he also like he was a little bit of a weird kid. I think he came from like a somewhat wealthy family, so like he was kind of like a future business leaders of America type dude. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he like went in, like if he was like into politics now or something like that. Like he was a weird dude, and he like had an internship or like a part-time job at like a local business that like you would not expect a high school student to be working at. And so we actually were somehow able to like con an employee at our local Turkey Hill convenience store to sell him cigarettes for us. And the only form of identification that he used was his work ID that did not say his age on it at all. And he was just like, oh yes, I work at this, I left my ID at home, but I do have my work ID. And the guy was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And just like sold him cigarettes for us, which is crazy. The early 2000s certainly were a different time. One of your friends looks so young, his brother looks so old, they would get confused for father and son all the time. That's funny. Dude, I know it's a weird thing to say, but like I kind of miss smoking cigarettes. It was pretty cool. I would never like start smoking again, but like man, they're a little better on this earth than like a nice good cigarette. Like after like a big meal or like a couple of drinks. Fuck, man. Like I quit smoking, fuck, like probably 15 years ago. Like it was a long time. You had never clocked me as a smoker. Oh yeah, I started smoking when I was like 16 years old, and I quit smoking when I was like, I don't know, probably like 22 or 23. And I did vape for a little while as well, but I quit that probably like I quit that right before I started dating Holy Puns Batman, so like 3+ years ago. I also used to be into some, like when I was, cause like when I was in 18 to like 25, I was big into like music festivals, and like I was like a weird like cross hybrid like hippie hipster like gamer archetype of a human being. So I would go to like music festivals and consume various psychedelics, and that's another great time for smoking cigarettes, man. Love that from you. I mean, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. I definitely had my fair share of like wild years. Fuck, man, I don't know how to do this consistently, man. I just can't. I can't get it consistent. It is this huge roadblock for me. Like, I swear, every fucking dram level, man, it just has this one fucking obstacle that is just so much harder than everything else. Every fucking level, man. Every level. Not a single one doesn't have it. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't know what it is about this jump that I'm just like not able to get consistent. It's so hard. Jump is really frustrating, man. I don't know how to do it more consistently. God, this is so frustrating. Holy crap. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna experiment here. I'm gonna try doing it slower. I'm gonna try doing that back shot slower. I don't know. Because I'm trying to set myself up here, right? And I just the back shot is like the foundation of that entire obstacle. You gotta make sure your back shots are the right. They're set up correctly, you know. It's just so hard. I don't know how to do it better. It's so frustrating. I don't fucking know. I just don't fucking know. I don't know how to do this. I just cannot do it consistently. It's so frustrating. And there's like multiple elements that I'm struggling with. Like there's the up kick and the bottom regrab. Like both of those are really troublesome for me. Not knowing is the first step to knowing. Dude, I have been on step 1 for fucking hours, unfortunately. I've tried so many different things, and it just feels like impossible to do consistently. It's so frustrating, man. I think they're too close, maybe? No, we're good. Oh my god, I hate this jump so much, dude. I hate it so much. I hate this jump so much. Fucked up, dude. Oh my god. I'm all right. I think we gotta call it soon. I'm starting to get tilted by it because it's just this one fucking jump, man. If this one jump was a little different, I probably would have beaten this level by now, because we've gotten basically to the end like 2 or 3 times, but I am not consistent on this jump, and it is holding me back from making any real progress here, and it's so frustrating. Then that happens, which is like fucking so infuriating and dog shit and jank. It starts with one jump. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. I really do feel like I'm just phasing through these shells sometimes. Like I'm like right on top of them and I just fall through and die. I genuinely don't know what I can do differently here. I need it to go further and it's not, and I don't know how. Like I know how, but I don't know how to set it up. You know what I mean? Like I know obviously that I just need more leftward speed to make it go leftward when I throw it up, but I just like, I don't know how to do that while still making everything line up. That's the problem. If I go further right to try and swing harder left, I don't make it back over because the shell on the bottom is too far left. So like, I don't know how to solve that. This is infuriating, man. Genuinely fucking infuriating at how hard it is for me to figure this out. Like I've been here for hours and I just like, it's just this one fucking setup that just does not want to work for me. This stinks, man. I'm like super bummed out by this. I don't know what to do, and it's so hard to just get back there and try. And it makes not making further like when you get past it and then you fuck like it makes it feel even worse. I don't know what to do, man. I genuinely might like load this up on emulator and try and like do a little save state practice. I don't, not even practice, just like, I don't know. I'm not, I feel like it would be so awkward to save state practice this, because wherever you load your state, just, it's so hard to save and load a state in a level like this IMO. I don't know why this happened, and it's so annoying because it's like I do it right, but then some fucking bullshit jank just fucking robs me of an attempt. Why does that happen? Bro! It's so annoying. It's the only fucking jump. Like I do regrabs, like small regrabs off of low bounces so many other times in this level. But this one, it just fucking instantly double hits it. Why? It's so fucking ass, man. The fuck do you want from me, bro? God, that feels like fucking shit to die to, man. Like all these other deaths, it's like, sure, man, like I'm doing stuff that's in my control, but like, it just feels so horrible when something like that happens. Ugh. Ooh, okay. Ugh. How's it going? It's going all right. We made good progress. I'm just like hard stuck on this one obstacle that I cannot do consistently. I'm honestly probably gonna stop playing Mario soon, play some Final Fantasy or something, because my hands aren't getting sore, but I don't want them to get sore. So I think I may pack it in on the Marios very shortly. I think I might also steal one of those corn dogs for lunch. If that is okay with you. Yeah, we're just fucking chilling, man. How's work going? Stay in the dough. God. Alice left, so it's nice. Hog. Alright. One more good attempt here. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick break. And then we'll be back. I think I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy, but we'll see. I'll be back. Hear me? Fuck off! Oh, fuck off! Oh my god. Whoa! Oh man. Please. Please! It's over, dude! I'm free! I'm free! Oh, fuck this dude! Oh my god. Oh, it's fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, eat 10,000 dicks, Kamek. My god. That part wasn't that hard. I gotta know what's going on. Secret! P! P!
Go, Kier.
Here,
Run up to him. Run up to him.
Get
Run
him.
up to him. Run up to him.
Let's go.
I so
Get up there. Or down.
someone saved it. Let's fucking go. I don't have a redstone.
I have one.
Really? Actually.
I have one.
No, but our two living people don't.
2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, it's literally.
We can't. Actually impossible.
Yeah, we can't.
How did? Wait, did we have 2 deaths?
I was also wondering about that. Like, when did anybody die?
Well, Khan died. I think.
I died.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, dude.
Okay. Good run. Almost got it.
Oh my god, dude.
I can make it.
Alright, oh yes.
I'm chilling.
Chilling.
I am fucking chilling.
All right, generate. No twister. No twister.
No, twister, okay, I'm at
Oh, I'm not chilling.
Uh-oh. Thought I had Recluse out.
Pizza doesn't live in Florida to get treated like this. He already lives in Florida.
I like to dodge gators on my way to work. Why do you
Oh
have to
my
do
god,
like this?
yo, pizza. While we were in Miami, dude, I saw a fucking gator. It was sick.
Oh, what was wrong with it?
It didn't have the
I'm glad someone found that
Why am I
stupid ass
laughing at
joke funny. But yeah, also. Let's go! Get in the door before something horrible happens. Oh my god, dude. Fucking orb. Ah, Christ. I don't even care if that was luck. Oh.
In then out.
In then out. I'm going right.
Right. No, I'll go.
And then out.
Oh fuck! Oh!
The gun.
I think a lot of people missed that. But
How did Salmon save that? And I died.
I don't know. I got him.
Oh, I need like.
I gotta take
No,
that.
I was so
Take it out. I
fucking.
need to take this with you. Alright.
Well, the good news is that that does work. I guess I'm gonna start trying to get the shell, because like doing like this feels legitimately impossible. There we go. I'm going too slow, but ooh, please. Okay.